How's everybody doing? Y'all can be louder than that. Y'all have more energy coming here. How y'all doing? I'm Chris Mayfield with Juice Table Internet, and my partner here, Stan Golightly, he's a partner of our video production team, and we're here to support your weather week that you guys have going on this week. What have you guys learned so far? Raise a hand.
We have learned about tornadoes.
Speak up a little bit louder.
We have learned about tornadoes.
All right, what else you guys have learned?
We learned about the water cycle.
Speak up just a little bit louder.
Water cycle.
And what goes into the water cycle?
The water that's coming from the ground.
Well, we're here to talk about different safety tips to keep you guys cool and safe during the summer. And I have 5 quick tips that I want to go over with you guys, and I have a special guest for you guys as well, too. The first tip is stay hydrated. Anybody knows what that means?
Yes. H2O.
Yeah, right there in the white shirt.
Water. You need to drink water.
How much water do you have to drink?
A lot.
500.
There we go. So you guys, just make sure when you're out here in the heat, drink plenty of water, eliminate sodas, and drink Gatorade from time to time as well. Make sure that you stay hydrated, because with these high temperatures, you can suffer from dehydration or exhaustion and other serious injuries. The second one is pay attention to your body. You want to make sure that, when you're out in these hot temperatures, that you're paying attention close to your body. If you feel like you're overcoming with a lot of heat, a lot of sweat, maybe you want to take a time out, sit out for 5 or 10 minutes, get some water, and just make sure that your body is well enough to go out in these heat conditions. And then my third thing is make sure that when you go outside and be cautious of the heavy activity that you do, as far as if you like to play sports or doing large game activities, that you want to make sure that you stay clear of what you're doing and not make it too hard on yourself during the hottest times of the day. And what do you guys think? What is some of the hottest times of the day? You in the black shirt.
In the middle of the day.
What time frame?
12 o'clock.
Okay. What about you in the red?
3 o'clock.
There we go. 3 until what?
3 to 6.
Okay, I'll give you 6, 7. There you go. Those are some times where, it's at the largest temperature that we have pretty much during those time frames when it gets the hottest, the 105, the 110s, and unbearable heat. My last tip is, you guys should all know this, wear sunscreen. How many guys, when you go swimming, what's the first thing you do? You're in the yellow. Wear sunscreen. All right, so what was the first tip that I gave you guys?
What did we learn?
Well, the first tip that I gave you?
Hydration.
There we go. Yeah, you guys gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. All right, what is the second tip? You in the red. That was the first tip. You in the gray.
What did we learn? Or no? Wait.
Second tip. You in the green. There we go, man. All right, so I'm just giving you guys quizzes because later on we're going to be asking you different questions that I want you guys to win prizes. So now I'm about to show you a video that we have a few special guests that want to give you guys some more tips on staying safe and staying cool in the heat. Here you go.
Hi guys, I'm CBS 11 meteorologist Annalise Parks, and I wanted to give you a couple of tips We are in the peak of the summer. We've had some of the hottest temperatures that we've seen in years. Dangerous heat oftentimes in North Texas this time of year. So a couple things to keep in mind. Drink plenty of water. I have my water bottle with me. I fill it up and keep drinking water throughout the day. Even if you're not thirsty, it's important to stay hydrated. You don't want to get dehydrated. That can lead to some big health issues quickly. And another thing you want to do, rearrange your day and your plans. If you've got anything to do outdoors, try and put those plans at the very start of the day before the sun comes up, or at the end of the day as the sun is going down. And on that note, I leave you with a really pretty sunset. Finally feeling okay outside after one of our very hot afternoons.
This is Fox 4 meteorologist Evan Andrews. You want some heat safety tips? There's plenty of heat out there. And the first thing we do and we worry about when we talk about heat safety is this: dress for summer weather. When you're out at camp, you got to dress lightweight, light-colored clothing. All you have to do is just kind of watch what you eat. Don't eat anything fried or heavy. Stay out of the direct sun. If you got air conditioning, that's great. But when the heat gets really rough like it is, try to make sure you stay away from places that are extremely warm. Cities are always a little warmer, and because this is lasting 1, 2, 3, 4 days, that's why we have these excessive heat warnings that have been in effect. And of course, don't forget about the cars and the kids in the cars. You have pets, don't leave them in there. It's 105 out. It could be 125 after 10 minutes and 135 degrees after 20 minutes. And those are some great tips. Enjoy your camp this summer.
All right, you guys. So what is Evan Andrews from Fox 4, what does he mean by saying dress for the summer?
I dress like.
It's always hot.
Not quite. You're in the white.
It means to make sure, like, you wear the right clothes, so you don't get too hot or dehydrated.
There you go. What are some of the right clothes?
Like, if you wear like a dress that's perfect, you just put some shorts. And because if you keep your legs exposed and your arms, it will cool down your arms. Because if you have long legs, if you have leggings like this, it will make you sweat a lot, and you have to drink water like every 30 seconds.
There you go. That was a good answer. I like that. All right. So, should you wear dark or should you wear light clothing?
Light.
You got the answer that one. No, it's light. But anyway, so, is it a good idea if you're going into the grocery store and you take your dog with you, should you leave the dog inside or should you take him outside? All right. So if it's 105 and you leave somebody if you're in a car with the windows up, what can that temperature increase to?
200.
You in the rear.
130.
There you go.
100.
Say it again Okay, so after 20 minutes and it's 90 degrees, you in the black shirt, how? What is the temperature? Yeah.
119.
There you go, man. You paying attention back there? All right, there we go. All right, guys. We have some more videos to show you, but I would like to bring in a guest that we have, Rodriguez, from the fire department. Y'all make a round of applause for him.
Okay, so y'all know what the fire department does, right? What do? They come for fires and what else?
Sometimes they come for fighting fires, and sometimes they come so if someone has an emergency or something, or they can call 911 and they get hurt or something, you guys come first and then the ambulance comes.
That's right. Okay, so like we were talking about, if you're out in the sun, you can have an emergency, right? So these guys are going to tell you, or Tony is, he's going to tell you today about what kind of emergencies you guys need to look for so that when you're outside and you're playing, you know how to take care of yourself or your friends, okay? So we're going to let Tony come talk to you guys. He's brand new. He's only been with the fire department for about a month or so.
How are y'all doing today? Good? Y'all been drinking lots of water? No. Well, you need to, alright? Alright, so do y'all know why it's so important for you guys to keep cool and try to hydrate right now? That y'all are little? Yeah. I can't hear you. What was it? Yes. See, we're still growing, so our bodies are still haven't adapted to the heat. So you need to hydrate, and y'all need to try to stay cool, you know? Yes. If you're going to go outside and play, please try not to go like right after lunch when it's really hot. And after around 6 o'clock, it's good. So y'all can go out there and play. And if y'all going to be outside playing sports or whatever y'all going to be doing, make sure you guys wear a hat, bring a Gatorade, Powerade, whatever you have to stay hydrated. Don't bring no Coke, no sweet tea. We know it's good, but not right now, okay? That can wait till winter time. But if you're going to be out there, make sure you also wear light colored clothing, all right? Like this. You don't want to wear a black shirt, okay? And y'all like wearing shorts and stuff like that? Yes? Well, kind of wear some shorts too, alright? Alright. Do y'all know some signs of heat exhaustion? Alright, you right there. Yes. No. Yes. You start getting dizzy. If you start getting dizzy, you start getting a headache, really, really thirsty, your skin gets damp and sweaty, not like just your average, but you know, a little bit extra, that's a sign of it. If you start feeling like you're going to throw up, that's another sign of it. You need to get somewhere cool and put a damp towel on your forehead, or you know, just cover yourself in something cold and wet. Also, if you feel really tired, like if you're outside playing and stuff, like your normal day, and you just feel really tired and you don't feel like you can go anymore, that's a perfect example of heat exhaustion. It's bad, but it can still be treated, you know. Like I said, you get inside, you let a grown-up know, first of all, that, hey, you know, I don't feel good, I've been outside all day and all this and that. So you let them know, and that will help you get cool, alright? Because it's not quite as bad. Drink lots of water. And whenever you first come in from outside, take small sips of water. Don't just down a Gatorade or a bottle of water. Just take small sips. And if it's room temperature, it's better. You don't want to drink really, really cold. Do y'all ever get a brain freeze when you drink something really fast? No. Okay. You don't want that. Alright, so that's heat exhaustion. Okay? Heat stroke, that's the bad one. That's the one that you need to call us. If somebody is having a really, really bad headache from being outside, not just a random headache, if they stop sweating, that means your body doesn't have any water anymore. So it's time to call 911. If they're throwing up, that's another sign right there. If they're confused, you know, and it can happen to you or it can happen to one of your buddies, you know, you've been playing outside. That's another reason why it's so dangerous for kids, because y'all have so much energy. You know, you don't know when to stop, and sometimes you gotta catch yourself, like, hey, let's drink some water, let's take a break, let's do something like that. But if you see adults or anybody like that you think might be having a heat stroke or heat exhaustion, let somebody know, you know, somebody that perfectly has a cell phone so they can call 911. So, like I was saying, if you stop sweating, have a headache, you're confused, if they're breathing really fast and they can't catch your breath, if they feel like they're tired, or even if they pass out. If somebody passed out and you touch them and they're really hot and they're not sweating, let somebody know, call 911. You know, that's what we're there for. If they're still awake and they're still conscious, you can bring them inside and call 911, give them some water to drink. If you can, tell them, hey, go take a cold shower real quick when we call 911. we got to do whatever it takes to cool their body, because at this point it is an emergency. All right, that's what a heat stroke is. Whenever it's past the point of fixing it at home. If you're outside playing sports, does anybody play soccer, football, or? Awesome. So your coach will have a big cooler out there, or tell you to bring water. They don't tell you that just because they're mean or they want to make you spend money. No, they're telling you that because you need to, and they'll give you breaks to drink the water. So do what they say. Drink the water. Drink, if you can, try to drink the Powerade or Gatorade when it's really, really hot. Because whenever you're sweating, you're losing a lot of salt. Your body's losing a lot of salt also. So sometimes water doesn't cut it. You need something that puts some potassium back in your body, alright? Any questions so far? Awesome. Hot cars. If y'all are outside playing tag or hide and go seek, y'all don't try to play inside cars because it gets really hot in there and you might not know it, or you might lock yourself in there. The locks might not even work. Anyways, if for some reason you're out there playing with your friends and you can't find somebody, your little sister, your little friend or whatever, always check the car. Odds are they might be in there, they might have went and hid in there and nobody came and found them. So check the cars, don't play in them, and never play in them. And if you and your parents go grocery shopping or store or whatever, make sure they should know better that they'll take your pets or your brothers and sisters in. But if you think you need to remind them, like, hey, check the back seat, or hey, you forgot me. Let them know. Don't stay in the hot car while we're here. Because we're trying to prevent that. We're trying to let y'all know, and then y'all let your friends know, and let your parents know, hey, this is real. This can happen to anybody. Same thing. If you're in a parking lot and you notice somebody in a car, even a dog with the windows up and the car's not running, and you can tell that he's not doing well, let somebody know. Let an adult know, or let your parents know. If it's a small child or anything, definitely let somebody know. Call 911 or whatever. But we can't be doing that, okay? So that's what happens. You end up on the news like that. If you're going to take your pets for a walk, dogs, or even your cats, you might have a nice cat to let you take for a walk. Make sure that they're walking on the grass. Don't walk in the pavement or the sidewalk, because that gets really, really hot. If you trust your neighbors, like, hey, do you mind later on going on and putting the hose over the bowl or something? And keep in mind that if it's a plastic bowl, it's better. If it's like an aluminum one or something, it's going to get hotter much quick. So try to put it in the shade, or when it's really hot, don't go outside. Just stay in the shed, all right? Stay hydrated. Question?
What happens if I leave my bunnies inside a car?
If you leave your bunnies inside of a car, don't leave your bunnies inside of a car. Yeah, nothing, no lizard, no iguana, no bunnies, no nothing, alright?
Alright, you guys. So we're getting close to do some games and hand out some prizes. Have everybody been paying attention? The guy right here in the white, what is the heat stroke? Hold on. What is the heat stroke? Alright, what about you? Yeah.
It's like somebody who's if they're not sweating, and also they are kind of hot, and they kind of feel sick.
There you go. Keep going.
And they pass out.
Hey, there you go. Okay, what about it? Go ahead.
Like a teacher.
When we go to spin the wheel, the teacher was for him. He has $1 million question, man. You answer real for him. Yeah, say it again for me. Go ahead.
When somebody is real hot and doesn't pass out and stop sweating.
There you go, man. There you go. But the t-shirt's for later, though. T-shirt's for later. Okay. Okay. Besides water, what else do you guys need to be drinking to stay hydrated? Let me see. You're in the back. I'm red. Yep.
Water and Gatorade. Bro,
there you go. Okay, what department does our guest work for? There you go, man. There you go. All right, I'm going to show you guys some more videos that will support some of the things you guys have been going over in Weather Week and what we've been talking about today.
Every year, we tell you to wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothing. But why? We can show this with some colorful crayons, and all you have to do is leave them in the sun, and you'll see the process of albedo. The light colors, they barely melted. The dark colors, they melted completely. This goes to show you why you should wear those light colors during the heat. It can get uncomfortably hot inside a vehicle that's been baking in the sun all day. The gear shift can get just ridiculously hot. Grab an old koozie from that kitchen drawer, slam it right down over the gear shifter. Now you've got a comfortable spot for your hand to start driving, and you'll be just a little bit more comfortable on your ride.
A hurricane is bearing down on your community. Are you ready? You'll want to have a hurricane supply kit and a good plan of action. We want to have at least 1 gallon of drinking water per person per day for at least 3 days. Buy enough food to get ready for several days and stay safe this hurricane season.
Speaking of a hurricane, I know this is a little bit different subject, but how much food are you supposed to have?
A lot. 1 gallon. Several days.
Okay. How many gallons of water a day?
3, 4. 1.
There you go. All right. We're going to go on to the next video.
One of the reasons we see forest fires in areas that are very, very hilly is because of a downslope wind. And here's how it works. Air dries out when it's lifted up over mountain tops. That air dries out vegetation, and all that dry brush has less than 10% humidity. What it means is it's all fuel for forest fires.
Hey, I'm Tyron Matthew with Peter, showing you what happens when you leave a dog in the car on a hot day. It's 90 degrees outside today. I'm sure it's going to get a whole lot hotter inside of that car. Jesus Christ. This is ultimately what it feels like to be a dog trapped inside of a car on a hot day while their owner is probably in a grocery store. So the dog has to sit in the car and literally overheat. I seriously couldn't imagine leaving my dog in a car like this. I mean, if you're going to make a dog a part of your family, then make him a part of your family. Don't treat him like you wouldn't treat someone you cared about or someone you loved. So one thing, I can't wait to get out of this car.
So by raising hand, what did you guys learn from that video? Start.
Never to leave a baby in the car or a dog.
Okay. What about you?
It can get really hot in the car, so if you wouldn't put yourself in that position, don't put other animals in that position.
There you go. Good job. What about you?
If you go into a very, very hot car, like stay in that car, always put extra water.
Okay. What else? What about you in the back? Hold on, everybody gotta be quiet. Speak up just a little bit louder. All right. How long did the NFL player last in the car before he got out?
9 minutes.
You in the back? Yes, ma'am. 8 minutes. And was the temperature rising or decreasing?
Rising.
There we go. You guys are playing. You said what?
Rising.
There you go, man.
Because he couldn't just stay in there all day, or else he would die. And then the temperature started at 90 something degrees, 95. Then it jumped. Then it jumped. Then it jumped. And if the dog was in there for so long, it would.
There you go.
And the dog couldn't sweat.
So what is one thing that you're supposed to do if you walk? There you go. One thing you're supposed to do if you see a dog in a car, what are you supposed to do? What was one of the advice they said?
Tell an adult.
Not quite. There you go. What do you got to do? There you go. So you guys remember all these things. What was the first tip I gave y'all about staying cool with the summer? You in the green. Do what? Okay. What was number 2? You right there in the red. By the friend that doesn't have the answer. You just met. No, that was number 5. Pay attention to what? Yeah. There you go, man. There you go. All right, now I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Rodriguez.
Let me tell you something real quick. When the fire department and guys like Stan and Chris come out here and we talk to you about this stuff, do you know what we're trying to do for you guys?
Help you.
Okay, now you'll tell your mom and dad, but you're going to go home and you're going to do things different, okay? Because you're learning how to take care of yourself. And so, even though the fire department comes to when a fire starts, that means that's after the emergency happens. And then we come, if you have a heart attack or you break your arm, that's after something happens. So what we do also is come before something happens so that we don't have to come and tell your mom or your dad that your baby brother was left in the car and something's happened and they have to go to the hospital. We don't want to have to do that. We want you guys to be safe. So this is why we come and tell you about things before they happen, so that way you can go home and you can do things different, so that you know, hey, my baby brother just tried to get in the car. I'm going to not let him go in there, right? Because you don't want anything to happen to him. So this is why we tell you things, so that we make sure we try to help you and give you the power in your head, the knowledge, so that you can go home and do things the safe way. Because we don't want you guys getting hurt. If we never had to come to your house for an emergency, that would be the best fire department job ever. Okay? Because that means we're teaching you guys how to take care of yourselves. And that's what we want. We want you guys to be able to take care of yourselves and stay safe. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do little groups, and I'm just going to go down the rows like this, okay? So I'll just pick a number of kids, and then we'll answer in groups, and everybody will get a prize, okay? So, out of this group, I need one person to spin the wheel. Okay, let's you come up here, Miss First in line. You spin the wheel, and then we're going to get you a question. And then as a group, you're going to have to answer it, okay? So y'all talk about it before you answer it, okay? So what else can you wear when it's hot outside to keep yourself cool? Answer as a group. Y'all talk to each other and see what you want to say.
Okay, you got one? I know what it is.
Well, tell somebody.
Talk to each other. Talk to each other.
Tell each other what you think the answer is. To make sure you get it right.
Wait,
What else can you wear outside when it's What else besides clothes can you wear outside to keep yourself cool? Listen up. You might get asked this question too. Okay. So what we're going to do on the prizes, instead of everybody coming up and get prizes, when you guys leave, we'll make a line and everybody can get a prize off this table, okay? That way it'll be a lot easier, a lot faster. Okay, so you guys sit down. You guys got your question right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this group right here, from you in the striped shirt to you. Okay, who's going to come spin the wheel? You in the white shirt. Remember, you guys are a team. You got to work together. Answer. Okay, all right. So, how does a dog cool itself off? Y'all tell each other so you can figure out what the answer is. See if y'all know what the right answer is. Okay, you're in that group too. Everybody's listening. You're in that group too. Yeah, you guys might get the same question, so you might want to listen. Okay, what's the answer? Waterfall. Breathing out. There you go. You get the same question. That's right. He pants. What's all right, here we go. Okay, so you guys will get a prize. All right, here's 1, 2, 3. Y'all can be the next group. One person from here to spin the wheel. You. Come spin the wheel. All right. Woo, 911. Okay. Where should y'all take some? Go over here with your group. Let's see if y'all can answer. Where should you take someone that's too hot? So when you see somebody outside and it's too hot, y'all just talk about it, talk to each other, figure it out. Thank you. Come find out. All right. Okay. So you guys question is, what are 2 places on your body you can put cool wet cloths to help cool your body down? How many sure? Head and your neck. Okay. Over your whiskers. Thank you, ma'am. You got sun question 2. All right. Hold on your table. Okay. Okay, what should you do for your pets to help keep them cool? Wait, not.
Got it?
Wait, stop. What should you do for your pets to help keep them cool when it's hot outside? Very good.
We have a quick bonus round.
Head-to-head with the counselor.
And the next time Juice comes to see you guys, we got something special for you. That depends on if the tab gets it right, though. So everybody has to be super quiet. Everybody has to be super quiet.
This is just going to be head-to-head. We need one of you to tell us the difference between heat stroke and the other one, or what are the signs of heat stroke and what are the signs of heat exhaustion.
Your skin gets clammy.
Between the two, if somebody's not sure who they are, maybe can't swallow, who can you give water to? Who can you give water? Yeah. Like if you have somebody that's not like kind of in and out of consciousness or whatever, you have heat exhaustion.
So which one? Someone in heat exhaustion or someone in heat stroke?
Yes.
Heat exhaustion. Give water.
Right. Heat stroke, only if they're awake and they're very good.
Or make it go up.
Y'all give them a round of applause.